right, Coach. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll run on first down. Taylor, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
In your face.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
On second down, it's Taylor. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, Brissett. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
180, black 11. Left. 80 weapon.
Quick throw here to Hilton. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Stop your whining.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Rivers again. This to Hines on the drop-off. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Set.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Taylor trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike. Bravo.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal.
Back.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield,
when you're lucky I got this punk ass full of Rivers.
In this case, though, a
your game
teammate
is
is able to
garbage.
come up with the ball.
Especially your defense.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 26.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
Set. 19. Check 53. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. That's it. 19. 59. Let's go, defense.
From just shy of midfield, Watson complete. It's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2nd and 5 now. Watson.
Got your bitch
and
ass.
Brought down by the Colts. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Faking the give, now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He wants it all for the... Got a man open, it's Fuller for the Texans touchdown.
You're still garbage, nigga.
Will Fuller.
You got a better quarterback, bro. That's all you got.
As his guys are on the board first here tonight. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Take that punk-ass J.J. Watt off your team. You get no pressure.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Do all that, nigga. You garbage.
Rivers to throw it.
Dot, bitch.
He's got it to Hilton.
I'm going to play you just like that all game, so have your audibles ready.
Guys like we're watching here are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Rivers on the money, complete.
Have them audibles ready, bitch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a dot, bitch.
They run with Taylor. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now we're carrying from
Told you, if that punk-ass J.J. Watt wasn't on your team, you'd be fucked.
Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll run with Taylor. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. A minimal gain there on the 8th
It's a
play
fake.
of the drive.
It's a fake. Come out in defense. It's a fake.
Example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing
It's
to
still
make
a
the
fake.
stop before
It's
it
a
turns
fake.
into something
Come out
big.
in there. Come out in defense. It's a fake.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Come on, you
So the
garbage
scoring
ass
drive
nigga.
encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
That's what I think about your game.
Set.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident.
This is caught inside the 15.
These motherfuckers be sprinting out the pocket as soon as they snap the ball.
Will Fuller with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Rivers. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing.
It's a run,
I think
bitch.
the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, cover 4,
right.
it's a
They
run.
seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. He's coming. We got
The give to Taylor. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 44, Rivers got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Rivers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Rivers. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up
That's all you got is that weak-ass cover, that 3-4, cover 4 drop. That's all you got, bitch. Yeah, that's all you got.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
You better cover his ass. I'm going to hit you with out route.
Here's Brissett.
Dot.
And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll go out of
Garbage.
bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an
It's a
Indianapolis
fake.
1st down.
Come out of the defense.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
And that's caught inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jordan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And an alley to run. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Hey, I'm going to go load it.
Rivers now from the 50. He's got Burton here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
You better go out there and cover it, bitch.
Rivers now. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. 26
Better go cover
yards
it
on
again.
the
It's the
play
same
there.
fucking play.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake,
It's the
especially
same
when you
play.
factor in the personal foul yardage.
I don't give a
Now
fuck.
Rivers. And he's got it. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Complete to Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
I'm still here, bitch.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked.
This is caught at the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 17-yard line.
Come on, bitch. Pick a play.
Reset. 19. 24. Big stop, G. Big stop.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Come on, bitch. Pick a play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Rivers. Now the ball comes loose.
Mad
so
bitch.
It goes as a fumble, but the
I'd
key
be mad
thing,
too.
Not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game.
I'm going to dot you up if you don't go
cover it. In this case, they were able to retain possession.
You better go cover it, bitch. It's a dot, nigga.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
0. Load it. Load it. Hey, Echo.
Check mine. Watching it.
Throwing again. Rivers. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
First down, Indianapolis.
Rivers on 1st down. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 yard at the 31-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
I'm going to score, so don't you make no mistake.
190. 15. Check my 15. Exit.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Ready. Block 11. You. Cluster.
He's checking.
Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Run 80. Hey, ready.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Mad
It's
yet?
a gain of
You
6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
RPOs
In a
kill
two-score game,
3-4
obviously, every
defenses.
play, every 3rd down, like we saw
Like
there,
we should've known that.
magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't
Burton
you?
dropped the
That's why
ball,
guys
bro.
in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again,
And I think the ball's out. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25.
Ain't got the speed to
And
keep
all
up with
the
him.
way
That's
down
all you got.
inside
That's the best you can do,
25
bitch.
Before he gets out of bounds. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Peterson. He's got it on the draw. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
At the 2-yard line. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
It's okay. Wait till the draft. Wait till the draft. You a scrub.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Still gonna drop 7 on your
Duke
rack ass.
Johnson His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Play fake. Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 6 guys. Wide, get wide.
Check 52.
Switch. Check.
0. Red.
Slam. Check, crunch.
Behind.
On play action, Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And Pascal's got it. A 3rd down gain of 19. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 1st down, Rivers. Caught left side by Hilton. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Rivers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Step 180, 180.
So fuck the rules, right?
Wait, 89.
To the air again here, Rivers. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Greystone, Travis.
Tight dog.
Rivers again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now the try here for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be taken short. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
You better run straight back.
They do take the big shot.
You better run straight back.
You got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw.
Yes, Rich.
Nowadays, it's not just the ball
being
tipped in the air and people in the end zone in the cluster.
Not yet.
It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Texans, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Hey, which one's looking? You come in at 8 o'clock. I think so.